I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review. This is a request of 2 for Alex. Thank you so much for that. If anyone wants to send in requests for movies, reactions, topics, whatever, you just send them either directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links down below in the info box. I'll get to it as soon as I can. But Savages. Oliver Stone directed this. I like Oliver Stone. My favorite of his is actually Any Given Sunday. My favorite football film and my favorite Oliver Stone film. But I like Platoon. I like The Natural Born Killers. Salvador was pretty decent, mainly for James Woods' performance. I could never get into Wall Street, although I do like Michael Douglas in it. But just the whole format of Wall Street, I'm just not into. I'm just not into Wall Street. The Hand, I've never saw that. Born on the 4th of July is a good one. Nixon I never saw because I think it was like 4 hours long. JFK I liked, which that's another request, which I'll get to that sometime soon. U-Turn I thought was disappointing. World Trade Center could I get into. So I don't love all of his movies, but I do like Oliver Stone for the most part as a director. This is probably the worst Oliver Stone film I've seen. As one person said, it doesn't seem like an Oliver Stone film. It seems like a guy who's trying to rip off a bit of Tarantino, maybe a bit of Tony Scott. I don't care for the actors, whether it be Taylor Kitsch, Aaron Taylor Johnson, or Blake Lively. I'm like, great, you got the star of Battleship, Taylor Kitsch. You got the star of Godzilla 2014, Ford Brody, as much personality as a fucking Ford truck. Aaron Taylor Johnson as two guys that showcase a threesome relationship with Blake Lively, which she narrates, and nothing against the actress, but her narration fucking sucks. What she narrates fucking sucks. It sounds like pretentious fucking garbage. Just because I tell you the story doesn't mean I'm alive. I don't give a fuck if you're alive or dead. And in the first 5 minutes, because she loves both of these and they're fine with it. She loves Taylor Kitsch because he's a hard ass. Loves Aaron Taylor Johnson because he's more into making love. How the fuck does she describe it? One is earth and the other is spirit or some. Because one is named Chon, not John, Chon with a CH, Chon. Like what, a Cheech and Chon? Is the other one's Cheech? No, it's Ben. Chon is earth, Ben is spirit. But the first 5 minutes I hear this fucking dialogue that goes, he always tried to fuck the war out of himself. I have orgasms. He has wargasms. I have orgasms. He has wargasms. Wargasms? what is that? This is the same guy that did Platoon. This is the same guy that did JFK. This is the same guy that did Any Given Sunday. Really? Via that excellent speech that Al Pacino gives to Rise the Troops. You're telling me he's looking at this, he's hearing this dialogue and going, keep it in the movie? Really? You don't keep that in the movie. I have orgasms, he has wargasms. Trying to fuck the war out of himself. How about you go fuck yourself, movie? And the three of them do stuff with weed. Apparently the weed is great because the weed's from Afghanistan, because apparently that's the best weed get is from Afghanistan. Is that why the war of Afghanistan fucking happened secretly? Because of fucking weed? I don't know. Surprised I was told they didn't go on that fucking route. Or other dialogue. His philosophy is Buddhism, but his philosophy is Buddhist. Don't fuck with Ben. One's philosophy is Buddhist, but his philosophy is Buddhist. As in, don't fuck with Ben. Ben Solo? Solo, you can't see him anymore. So the plot of the film is that they're forced to work with this cartel, where the head is Salma Hayek, she's the boss, and a guy who works for her is Benicio del Toro, who has a big fucking mullet, mustache twirling, big old handlebar mustache, being very over the top. But I like Benicio del Toro, but he's being very over the top, like feeding Blake Lively because they kidnap her and they go, you work for us and give us your weed and tell us how you do it, otherwise we're gonna fuck up your girl. So then they work, and then they did with the DEA, who's on the tape, played by John Travolta, and they did some info from him in order to steal some money, steal some shit, do a little bit of Robin Hood thing, and in order to finally go, let's kidnap Salma Hayek's daughter, make a trade, which they do at the end, and somehow this whole fucking plot needs to take 2 hours and 12 minutes to do. Yes, 2 hours and 12 minutes for this fucking plot. Way too fucking long. John Travolta being over the top, saying, well, you know what, you guys are high end and these guys are Walmart. Don't fuck with Walmart. Embrace the change, man. I love over the top John Travolta if it's something like Broken Arrow. Here, just, I don't know, man. I just saw, not fun over the top, just over the top. And once in a while, Blake Lively's narration pops in and is stupid. She talks about how her parents are gone. I like to think I'm in the middle of a 12-step dad program. You did? Instead of 12-step, it's 12-step dad program. So, yeah, the bad guys kidnap Blake Lively. Blake Lively almost forms a friendship with Salma Hayek, which I don't buy. Just because Salma Hayek is not getting along with her daughter, so now Blake Lively's kind of like her daughter. This whole thing I thought was bullshit. I didn't buy one fucking second. Salma Hayek seemed like this fucking hard ass, but then I was supposed to buy her kind of liking Blake Lively. Stupid dialogue I don't want to hear. Eat shit caviar. I mean, what the fuck does it even mean? Eat shit caviar. How about you eat shit and live, movie? Savages, it's called Savages because they pop in the term savages like 18 fucking times. Savages don't make deals. I just don't care about these characters. I have no reason to care about these characters. All I got in the first chunk of them is they fuck. One's an asshole who fucks, one's a more peaceful guy who fucks. And they both fuck Blake Lively. Wow, what do you fucking do? Del Toro does some stuff. At one point, tossed to Travolta, and the two guys. It's cool to see Benicio del Toro and John Travolta in the same scene because I like both actors. Wish he was in a better movie. I have Travolta work with Tarantino again and Benicio del Toro. Make a Tarantino movie. I would like that. When was the last time John Travolta worked with Quentin Tarantino? That'd be nice. And it seems like right off the bat they could have just talked to John Travolta, and John Travolta could have said, okay, here's the daughter, there's where she's at. Go ahead and kidnap her. But like all this other bullshit where you gotta steal this money and do this, and then Aaron Taylor Johnson is supposed to talk to them, and anytime he says something, the bad guys believe it, and they have no clue, at least Salma Hayek has no thought process that they could fuck the bad guys over. I'm like, you stole their girl. You kidnapped their love of their life. You don't think they have any intention of maybe trying to fuck you over? But Salma Hayek's like, no, believe them. They're not going to do that. You're really fucking stupid. How the hell did you get this far in this business, Salma Hayek? So, at one point, they blame this guy, and so they get this guy, and the guy ultimately says, yes, I did it. I told on you. They make Aaron Taylor Johnson burn the guy. And really, none of this is fucking needed. Didn't really... A lot of this could be cut out. Honestly. Because really, they just, again, they kidnap the girl and they go, hey, let's make a trade. And then they do this thing that's really fucking weird. They have an ending where Salma Hayek dies, Del Toro dies, one gets shot in the neck, the other two go, we don't want to live without him, so they overdose on themselves to join him in death. But then the narration goes, well, what really happened was, and then it rewinds. Really how the meeting happened was John Travolta and his men come in on helicopters and trucks. Benicio del Toro just escapes, and he's free. Salma Hayek gets arrested, and the three of them, John Travolta says, oh, they were working with me, and look at this big bus we got, and they're fine and dandy. And you get more Blake Lively's horrible fucking narration. I'm like, you know what, usually I'm up for upbeat endings, but in this point, the fucking other ending was better. As stupid it was that they're going to fucking overdose themselves, I'm like, just have the other ending, Aaron Taylor Johnson dies, and Taylor Kitsch and the girl go off. But no, it's like, no, instead, Salma Hayek just gets arrested, Del Toro escapes. Apparently, Oliver Stone or someone, the writers, someone thought we liked these characters. They were wrong. They were wrong. So, you know, one reviewer says it's kind of like those movies that try to rip off Tarantino. I don't know if I could go that far, because a lot of those films I would put above this. I just watch this and I go, Oliver Stone really did this? Really? Unlikable characters, overlong in its plot, stuff in the story that didn't make sense, like some of the bad guys believing in our two leads. I'm like, why are you believing them so easily? Like, Del Toro's unsure about him, but Salma Hayek just believes him real quick. Horrible dialogue. I have orgasms, he has orgasms. I could say that one line, and that kind of sums up how shitty this movie is. An ending, but it's not ending. I'm waiting for Wayne's World. Wayne and Garth go, diddle, diddle, diddle. Let's do the Scooby-Doo ending. Oh my God, man. What in the fuck? Maybe the worst Oliver Stone film I've seen. I mean, I'm not big on Wall Street, but it's better than this. I'm not big on World Trade Center, but it's better than this. Yeah, it probably is the worst Oliver Stone film I've seen that he directed. It's the worst. And like these actors, I'm not a Taylor Kitsch, Aaron Taylor Johnson guy, so that doesn't help. You did not need narration at all. And then Blake Lively's so boring, he makes Harrison Ford's narration and Blade Runner sound like, I don't know, Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura. I mean, fuck this movie all around. See you guys later. Bye-bye.